Episode 2, The Search. After quitting his high-powered job and selling his Ferrari, Julian Mantle embarked on a journey of self-discovery and personal transformation. His first stop was India, a land rich in spiritual traditions and ancient wisdom. Julian arrived in the bustling city of Mumbai, where the noise and chaos were overwhelming. He felt lost and out of place, unsure of where to go or what to do next. But then he remembered the words of the wise yogi he had met during his travels in India. The yogi had told him about a group of monks who lived in the foothills of the Himalayas, and Julian decided to seek them out. He boarded a train that took him through the vast Indian countryside, past fields of rice and wheat and small villages where people went about their daily lives. The scenery outside the window was breathtaking, with towering mountains in the distance and fields of brightly colored flowers lining the tracks. When Julian arrived at the base of the Himalayas, he began a long trek up the mountain path. The air was thin and the climb was difficult, but he was determined to reach the monks' monastery. As he walked, Julian marveled at the natural beauty of the surroundings. The mountains rose high above him, their snow-capped peaks gleaming in the sunlight. The air was cool and crisp, and the sound of birds and animals filled the air. Finally, after several days of climbing, Julian reached the monastery. The monks greeted him warmly, and he was welcomed into their community. Over the next few weeks, Julian immersed himself in the teachings of the monks. He learned about mindfulness and living in the present moment, the importance of meditation, and the power of letting go of attachment to material possessions. The monastery was a peaceful oasis, surrounded by lush forests and waterfalls. Julian spent his days in meditation and contemplation, breathing in the fresh mountain air and feeling the calmness and serenity that came with being in such a tranquil environment. As he listened to the monks' teachings, Julian began to understand the importance of living a life of simplicity and mindfulness. He realized that he had been living his life in a way that was out of balance, focused solely on material possessions and success. Through his experience at the monastery, Julian began to see the world in a new way. He felt a sense of inner peace and calm that he had never experienced before, and he knew that he had taken the first step on a journey that would change his life forever. Julian's time at the monastery was not without challenges. He struggled with the daily routine of early morning meditations and long periods of silence. He was forced to confront his inner demons and face his past mistakes and regrets. But he persisted, knowing that this was the path he needed to take to find true inner peace. The monks were patient and understanding, offering him guidance and support whenever he needed it. They taught him the art of mindfulness, showing him how to pay attention to every moment and experience it fully. Julian learned to let go of his worries and fears, and to appreciate the beauty and wonder of the world around him. As the weeks went by, Julian's mind became clearer and his heart lighter. He felt a deep sense of gratitude for the simple pleasures of life, such as the taste of fresh fruit or the sound of a bird singing in the trees. Eventually, Julian knew it was time to leave the monastery and continue his journey. But he left with a new sense of purpose and direction, knowing that he had found something truly valuable in his search for meaning and fulfillment. As he made his way back down the mountain path, Julian felt a deep sense of gratitude for the monks who had guided him on his journey. He knew that his life would never be the same again, and that he had a lot of work to do to integrate the lessons he had learned into his everyday life. But he was excited and hopeful for the future, knowing that he had taken the first step on a path that would lead him to a life of greater joy, purpose, and fulfillment.